This is the Elvis Presley News Report for the month of November 2018.
Jack Soden, CEO of Elvis Presley Enterprises and Graceland, accepted on behalf of Elvis Presley the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Donald Trump. This prestigious award is the nation's highest civilian honor. It is common for musicians to receive such a medal, but Elvis is only the third musician to receive the honor posthumously.
Elvis Presley defined American culture to billions of adoring fans around the world. The king of rock and roll, Elvis fused gospel, country, and rhythm and blues to create a sound all his own, selling more than 1 billion records. Elvis also served nearly 2 years in the United States Army, humbly accepting the call to serve despite his fame. He starred in 31 films, drew record-breaking audiences to his shows, sent television ratings soaring, and earned 14 Grammy Award nominations. He ultimately won 3 Grammy Awards for his gospel music. Decades after his passing, Elvis Presley remains an enduring and beloved American icon. The United States is proud to honor this American legend.
Hi everybody, this is Emil Meyer with an important notice. You are always free to post a comment, but please act like Elvis and keep your political views private, as moderating comments is not my favorite pastime. This is not the place and I have better things to do. Keep this famous answer of Elvis in the back of your mind. Bye bye.
Oh, Mr. Presley, on the subject of this service, what is your opinion of war protesters, and would you today refuse to be drafted?
Honey, I just seem to keep my own personal views about that to myself, because I'm just an entertainer, and I'd rather not say.
Do you think other entertainers should keep their views to themselves too?
No, I can't even say that.
An iconic shirt of Elvis is on offer at the Gotta Have Rock and Roll auction of November 30th. It is the 1956 Tupelo stage-worn blue velvet shirt that was gifted to Elvis by Natalie Wood. There were 2 shows that day. Elvis wore this blue velvet shirt during the day concert, and he wore a red velvet shirt for the evening show. During the day concert, one of the fans got too close and Elvis had a button torn from his shirt. The offered shirt here has 2 of the 5 gold metal shank buttons missing. One from the left cuff and one from the 3-button placket opening of this shirt. I remember when I visited Graceland for the very first time more than 30 years ago to have had a conversation with a woman on Elvis Presley Boulevard who claimed to have a button from this shirt. This is just on the spur of the moment, but if you know where these buttons are, then please leave a message in the comments and I will contact you.
Welcome to the 2018 Holiday Lighting Ceremony.
The sound of Elvis's voice in this day and time, with everything that's going on in this nation right now, it's a peaceful voice. It brings us together, it heals, it unifies. And he had a blessed voice, did he not? Did he not? I love it. I was introduced to Elvis's music at 5 years old. My grandma gave me a book all about him and a cassette tape that had Elvis on one side and Little Richard on the other. And that's I wore that tape out. So I've grown up with him as far as his music. He's influenced me in more ways than I can count. There's never ever going to be another Elvis. I think we can all agree on that.
Collectors label Follow That Dream Records have announced 4 new releases for the end of November. The first is a live double soundboard release called Holiday Season in Vegas. The 2 CDs features a combination of the dinner and midnight concert of December 6 and the midnight show of December 13, 1975. Second, the 4 LP fans only album gets the 7-inch classic album treatment. Besides the original album, it also features radio and TV performance recordings from the 50s and the quality highlights from the recently discovered Bad Nauheim home recordings. For more details about these recordings, go to the Elvis Presley News Report of September 2018. The third release is a limited edition double vinyl album of GI Blues session outtakes, called Café Europa GI Blues Volume 2. And last but not least, the fourth release is the follow-up to the excellent Rebel with a Cause book. This time David English and Paul Granlund teamed up for The Wild One 56 book and CD. It consists of 228 pages and features great photographs, including 60 recently discovered shots taken from the original negatives. The CD includes the performances of the second Ed Sullivan Show and the evening show at the Tupelo Fair. In short, Sonny West's TCB necklace was sold at Julien's auctions on November 9 for $38,400. Halloween was celebrated at the International Space Station with Russian astronaut Sergei Prokofiev in an Elvis outfit. The Christmas at Graceland DVD is already available exclusively at Walmart.
El milagro de la tecnología que logra revivir al rey del rock. Una experiencia única y conmovedora. Elvis Sinfónico presentado por Priscilla Presley con una impresionante orquesta de 60 músicos.
From November 2018 till March 2019, the Elvis in Grafenwohr exhibit will be held at the Museum for Cultural and Military History of Grafenwohr, Germany. Elvis conducted maneuver training during his 3 visits of Grafenwohr from November 58 till March 59. Elvis spent a week at a local boarding house together with his father. Highlight of the exhibit is a long-lost original letter of Elvis to German reporter Sepp Mueller, in which he mentions that the title of his next movie is changed from Black Star into Flaming Star. Announced in the Elvis Presley News Report of April 2017, Bruce Jackson on the Road with Elvis by Geddy Jackson. Bruce Jackson was Elvis's Australian sound engineer for 6 years and was a keen collector of memorabilia. He left a haunting day-to-day record of his life on the road in postcards, letters and talking tapes. This is a large format 222 pages hardcover book that comes in a custom-made slipcase. Bruce Jackson was killed in a plane crash in Palm Springs 2011. Elvis Presley is second on the list of highest paid dead celebrities after securing earnings of $40 million. Which largely comes from record sales and the development of the Graceland Entertainment Complex. For those who are interested in the Elvis Forbes figures from 2001 onward, please take a look at the Elvis Presley News Report of November 2017. There I took a closer look at the numbers and discovered that Forbes did something quite remarkable in 2016.
Celebrate the holiday season with a very special weekend at Elvis Presley's Graceland, featuring 3 festive live concerts at the Graceland Soundstage. On December 14th, enjoy a live orchestra presenting Elvis's biggest Christmas hits. Then, on Saturday the 15th, it is 2 themed concerts on one night. An Elvis Gospel Christmas Show featuring the Blackwood Brothers and former members of the Stamps Quartet. And an Elvis Rock and Roll Show featuring Elvis on the big screen.
Here are the top geographics for last month's report. The answer to last month's trivia is that all song titles started with the word "let me." The trivia for this month is: what is the reply of Elvis to this? He's one man I can learn to hate. Heritage Auctions sold a few Elvis lots at their auction of November 3rd. The 2 highest paid Elvis items were sold for $18,750 each. The first one being a cape from 1972, which Elvis tossed into the audience. The second item being a guitar that was used in several scenes in the Roustabout movie. There were 2 guitars used in the movie. The first one is broken when Elvis's character is run off the road after singing Wheels on My Heels. This first guitar can be seen at the beginning of the movie while singing Poison Ivy League. Take a closer look at this guitar and you see that the finish is softened as to not cause too much shine in the camera. The second guitar has a glossy finish. I discovered that the glossy guitar was sold in 2014 for more than $9,000. But is this first guitar with the softened finish really the original? I have my doubts. By comparing the auction house photo with the movie, I see that the logo of the guitar manufacturer is not visible in the movie, but it mysteriously does appear on the photo of the auction house. To me, this shows once again that collecting Elvis artifacts can be a tricky business. Singer-songwriter Tony Joe White died on October 24. Elvis recorded 3 of his songs. The first, I got a thing about you, baby. The second being the Sublime. For old time's sake. And the third one is of course Tony Joe White's signature song. Elvis flew Tony Joe out to a show in Vegas in 1970 and had Tony Joe White come visit him in the dressing room afterwards. Tony Joe White was 75. That's all for this month. Hope to see you next time. Until then, have a happy Elvis Presley Day.